The Power of One Decision. Chapter 4. The Four Elements of a Masterful Decision. Every powerful decision rests on four timeless pillars that have guided effective human action across centuries of philosophy, strategy, and leadership. These four elements work together like the legs of a sturdy table. When all four are present and strong, your decision stands firm and carries real force. When one or more are missing, even the best intentions can collapse under pressure. The four pillars are clarity of purpose, honest assessment, courage to act, and commitment to follow through. Mastering them turns ordinary choices into masterful ones that shape your life and influence those around you. You do not need complex systems or outside tools. These pillars live inside you and can be strengthened through deliberate practice, beginning with the smallest daily decisions. The first pillar is clarity of purpose. This means knowing exactly what you truly want, not what others expect, not what seems impressive on the surface, but what genuinely matters to your deepest values and vision for your life. Without clarity, decisions become scattered, like arrows shot without a target. You waste energy moving in multiple directions at once, or you hesitate because every option feels equally uncertain. Clarity cuts through the noise. It asks you to look inward and answer simple yet profound questions. What outcome would truly satisfy me? What kind of person do I want to become through this choice? What larger direction does this decision serve? When you achieve real clarity, your purpose acts like a compass needle that points steadily toward true north, even when the path ahead looks foggy. For example, if you face a decision about how to spend your evening, clarity might reveal that what you truly want is not endless scrolling or distraction, but rather rest that restores your energy or connection that strengthens a relationship. With that clarity, the right choice becomes obvious. Clarity of purpose is not a one-time flash of insight. It is cultivated by regularly pausing to reflect on your core desires. Over time, this reflection trains your mind to recognize what aligns with your authentic self and what does not. Start small. Today, before making any minor choice, ask yourself what you truly want from the next hour. The more you practice naming your true desire with honesty, the sharper your sense of purpose becomes. Clarity turns vague wishes into focused intention, and focused intention gives your decisions power and direction. This is the willingness to face the real situation exactly as it stands, without wishful thinking, without exaggeration, and without hiding uncomfortable truths from yourself. Many decisions fail not because the choice was wrong, but because it was built on a distorted view of reality. People often see only what they hope to see, or only the parts that feel comfortable. Honest assessment demands courage to look squarely at the facts. Where do I actually stand right now? What resources do I truly have? What obstacles are genuinely present? What have I contributed to the current situation, both good and bad? This pillar requires humility because it may reveal that you have been avoiding certain realities or overestimating your readiness. Yet facing the truth is liberating. It prevents you from building castles on sand. When you assess honestly, you gain a solid foundation for your decision. You understand the gap between where you are and where you want to go, and you can choose actions that actually bridge that gap rather than actions based on fantasy. Consider a simple daily example. Suppose you decide to improve your physical vitality. Honest assessment means acknowledging exactly how much movement you have been getting, what foods you have been choosing, and how rested you feel, without excuses or self-deception. Only then can you select the next right step that fits your actual circumstances. Honest assessment is a skill that grows with practice. Each time you catch yourself softening the truth or adding hopeful spin, gently correct course and restate the facts plainly. Over weeks and months, This practice sharpens your perception like polishing a lens. You begin to see situations more accurately, and your decisions become more reliable because they rest on solid ground rather than illusion. Without honest assessment, even the clearest purpose can lead you astray. With it, your choices gain strength and realism. The third pillar is courage to act. Even with perfect clarity and honest assessment, a decision remains powerless until you choose forward motion despite the presence of fear, doubt, or discomfort. Courage here does not mean the absence of fear. It means deciding to move while fear is still present. Fear is a natural signal from your mind that something important is at stake. It alerts you to potential loss, uncertainty, or the unknown. Many people wait for fear to disappear before they act, but that day rarely arrives. Instead, masterful decision-makers learn to feel the fear and choose action anyway. Courage is the bridge between intention and motion. It says, I see the risk, I feel the unease, and I still take the step. This pillar is especially vital because the right decision often feels uncomfortable at first. It may require you to leave familiar territory, speak up when silence feels safer, or begin something new when staying the same seems easier. Courage grows through small, repeated acts. You do not need to leap off mountains immediately. Start by making one slightly uncomfortable but positive choice each day. Choose to speak honestly in a conversation where you would normally stay quiet. Choose to begin a task you have been postponing, even if only for 10 minutes. Each time you act despite fear, you prove to yourself that you can handle discomfort. Your confidence expands. The next courageous choice becomes a little easier. Over time, courage becomes a habit rather than a rare event. Remember that every leader who ever made a difference felt fear before their pivotal decisions. What set them apart was their willingness to act while the fear was still alive. Courage transforms your decision from a mere mental exercise into real-world movement. Without courage, clarity and assessment remain trapped in thought. With courage, they become the beginning of meaningful change. The fourth and final pillar is commitment to follow through. This means refusing to abandon your choice when challenges, setbacks, or unexpected difficulties arise. Many decisions start strong, but fade the moment the first obstacle appears. Commitment is the glue that holds the other three pillars together over time. It declares, I have chosen this path, and I will stay with it long enough to see what it can produce. Commitment does not mean stubbornness or ignoring new information. It means persisting through temporary discomfort while remaining open to wise adjustments. It asks you to anticipate that obstacles will come and to decide in advance that you will not quit at the first sign of trouble. Follow-through builds character and credibility, both with yourself and with others. When you keep your commitments, you train your mind to trust your own word. This self-trust becomes a powerful inner resource for future decisions. In practical terms, commitment looks like setting clear next steps after the initial choice, and then protecting time and energy to complete them. It looks like reviewing your decision regularly without second-guessing it every hour. It looks like reminding yourself of your original clarity of purpose when motivation dips. For instance, if you decide to dedicate time each morning to quiet reflection and planning, commitment means showing up even on mornings when you feel tired or when other tasks seem more urgent. Small acts of follow-through compound. They turn one decision into a series of decisions that reinforce each other. Without commitment, the first three pillars lose their impact because the decision never gets tested in reality. With strong commitment, even imperfect decisions can yield great results because you give them time to unfold and you learn from the process. When these four pillars, clarity of purpose, honest assessment, courage to act, and commitment to follow through, align, your decision becomes a true force in your life. The pillars support and strengthen one another. Clarity guides honest assessment. Honest assessment informs where courage is most needed. Courage initiates the action that commitment then sustains. Together, they create decisions that are focused, realistic, bold, and enduring. The beauty of this framework is that it works at every scale. You can apply it to tiny daily choices and to life-changing ones alike. The more you practice on small matters, the more natural the pillars feel when larger decisions arrive. Begin today by selecting one small decision you will make before the day ends. Choose what you will focus on, what you will deliberately let go of to protect your attention, and what single action you will complete no matter what. Walk through each pillar consciously. Ask yourself, what do I truly want here? What is the real situation? Am I willing to act despite any unease? Am I committed to following through? Notice how applying the 4 elements changes the quality of your choice and your confidence in it. Repeat this practice daily. You will discover that masterful decisions are not reserved for extraordinary people. They are available to anyone who builds these 4 pillars through consistent, intentional use. Small decisions mastered today prepare you for the larger ones tomorrow. Over weeks and months, you will see your life shift as one right decision cascades into another, building momentum, self-trust, and visible results. The power of one decision multiplies when it rests on these 4 timeless elements. You already possess the capacity to strengthen each pillar. Start now. Choose with clarity, assess with honesty, act with courage, and follow through with commitment. Your next masterful decision awaits your deliberate attention, and the life it can create is limited only by how consistently you apply these 4 pillars.